Wow. Coco Gauff bets big, investing $100 million plus to dominate fashion and ditching the Grand Slams. The crowd at Arthur Ashe Stadium was still roaring from her latest Grand Slam victory when Coco Gauff, just 21, whispered something shocking to her team. "Maybe," she said softly, "I've conquered enough courts. Maybe it's time to design my own runway." It was one of those moments when destiny twists in unexpected directions. The same fierce focus that once fueled her forehand now burned toward another dream, not of trophies and titles, but of textures and threads. Weeks later, the world woke up to headlines that sent shockwaves through both the sports and fashion industries. Coco Gauff bets big. $100 million plus investment to dominate fashion. Tennis legend to take a break from Grand Slams. The spark of a new dream. To many, it seemed impossible. Coco Gauff, the face of modern tennis, the young woman who dethroned champions, shattered records, and carried the weight of a generation, was suddenly talking about haute couture, sustainability, and personal expression through fashion. But to those who truly knew Coco, it made perfect sense. From her earliest days on tour, she had an eye for elegance. Whether it was her signature hair beads glinting under stadium lights, or the way she merged athletic wear with street chic, Coco always carried style as naturally as she wielded her racket. In private interviews, she once said, "Fashion is storytelling without words. It's confidence woven into fabric." That sentence, almost forgotten by the press, became the seed of a revolution. The $100 million gamble. The move wasn't impulsive. For nearly 2 years, Coco had quietly studied the luxury industry. Between tournaments, she met with designers, textile engineers, and marketing visionaries. She spent nights sketching dresses on hotel stationery, balancing her life as an athlete and dreamer. Then came the announcement of Gauff & Company, her own high-end fashion brand, a bold fusion of athletic minimalism and luxury craftsmanship. But this wasn't another celebrity clothing line. Coco wasn't lending her name. She was building an empire. She reportedly invested over $100 million of her own winnings, endorsements, and private capital into launching the brand. It was one of the largest self-funded ventures ever made by an athlete under 25. The headquarters were set in Milan, with creative studios in Los Angeles and New York. Her first collection? Baseline to Runway. A poetic bridge between her two worlds. Designing a movement, not just clothes. At the core of Gauff & Company was purpose. Coco didn't want to create fashion that looked beautiful. She wanted to create fashion that meant something. Every fabric used in her line was ethically sourced. Her team partnered with African and Caribbean textile cooperatives to empower local women artisans. Each label carried a small inscription, made with love, strength, and purpose, just like Coco. Her debut collection merged fluid silhouettes with athletic geometry. Hooded gowns that moved like victory laps, silk dresses cut with tennis net motifs, and sneakers designed to feel like a rally between comfort and grace. Fashion critics were stunned. One headline from Vogue Italia read, "Coco Gauff didn't just enter fashion. She rewrote the rules before the game began." The world reacts. The tennis world was stunned and divided. Fans who had followed Coco since her 15-year-old debut at Wimbledon wondered, was this the end of her tennis reign? Serena Williams, her lifelong inspiration, reportedly sent her a message. "You can leave the court, but you'll always play the game your way." Meanwhile, brands scrambled to collaborate. Louis Vuitton offered partnership deals. Nike proposed an exclusive co-line. Even Elon Musk tweeted jokingly, "Waiting for Coco's metaverse fashion drop. I'll buy the first NFT." But Coco remained grounded. She turned down most offers, insisting her vision remain independent. "This is my serve," she told Harper's Bazaar, "and I'm not letting anyone return it." The fashion launch that stopped the world. The world premiere of Gauff & Company took place at the Teatro alla Scala Milan, a venue more accustomed to operas and sneakers. Yet that night, the runway became an anthem of transformation. The show opened in complete darkness. A single spotlight revealed Coco herself walking slowly onto the stage, wearing a white gown shaped like a tennis net unfurling, symbolizing her freedom from boundaries. Then the beat dropped and dancers emerged wearing outfits inspired by tennis motion, fluid, fierce, and unapologetically youthful. Each design represented a chapter of her life. Wimbledon white, purity and pressure. Rally red, resilience and rebellion. Final set gold, triumph and transcendence. The crowd, a mix of athletes, designers, and global icons, rose in applause. Anna Wintour called it the most emotionally intelligent debut in fashion since Yves Saint Laurent's first collection. Even Serena and Venus Williams were seen tearing up in the front row. Behind the glitter, a personal struggle. But Coco's transition wasn't all glitter and glam. Walking away from Grand Slams, the roar, the rhythm, the glory, was harder than any match point she had ever faced. There were nights I cried, she confessed in a Time interview, because tennis was my identity. Without it, I felt naked, like I dropped a racket and lost myself. Her inner circle revealed she still trains every morning, hitting balls in a private court built beside her Milan studio. I'm not retiring, she clarified. I'm just redesigning what victory looks like. For her, success was no longer measured in trophies, but in transformation, the ability to evolve without fear. The financial genius behind the move. Beyond creativity, Coco's $100 million leap was a masterclass in strategy. She used her existing brand equity, partnerships with New Balance, Rolex, and Head to anchor her new company's credibility. Her financial team projected GUFF and Company could hit $500 million in valuation within 5 years, thanks to her global fan base and the meteoric rise of sports luxury fashion. But Coco's focus was less about the money. Wealth is freedom. Legacy reimagined. By year's end, Gauff and Company was already featured in Paris Fashion Week, its designs worn by A-list celebrities and athletes alike. The brand donated 20% of profits to scholarships for young girls in sports and design, merging the two worlds Coco loved most. When asked what she hoped people would remember her for, Coco smiled. I don't want to be remembered as someone who quit tennis. I want to be remembered as someone who believed she could be more. And that's what she became, a symbol of fearless evolution. From clay courts to catwalks, from sweat to silk, Coco Gauff didn't abandon her crown. She redesigned it, threading victory into fabric, courage into couture, and passion into permanence. Epilogue: the queen who served herself. Months after her fashion debut, Coco walked alone into a quiet stadium at night, racket in hand, heels clicking against the concrete. She looked up at the empty stands and whispered, "Thank you for everything." Then she smiled, turned away, and walked toward the horizon, where the floodlights of court faded into the golden glow of a fashion studio. She wasn't leaving tennis behind. She was carrying it forward, in every stitch, every silhouette, every dream she dared to design. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.